Hey everybody, welcome. This is Backroads Angling. I'm not in one of my usual spots this time. I am in Estes Park, Colorado. I am on the Big Thompson River, which flows out of Estes Lake, so I'm below Estes Lake on the Big Thompson River. I'm on vacation here. I've got an hour or two maybe, and I'm just gonna try to hit a little evening bite here and see if the trout are biting. So one of the things you can do if you are traveling and you want to try trout fishing, most of the local outfitters will put out a fishing report and they'll tell you exactly which flies, which sizes, how the flow rate is, how the fishing is. So you can get a lot of important information from the local fly shops. These local guys are usually really dialed in to what they're biting on. So if they say that that's the fly to use, that's probably gonna get lit up. So yeah, I'm gonna go out here for an hour or two. I just pulled off alongside the road. This Big Thompson River follows the canyon all the way between Estes Park and Loveland, Colorado. I'm gonna give you some hints as to what I'm using. Anyway, let's get out there and see if we can smack a few before it gets dark. Thanks for watching, let's do it. So if you don't have waders, it's pretty chilly, but this river looks so juicy that I think I'm gonna have to wade out to some of these pools. It's not that deep, so I can go in like ankle deep and get to most of these spots. So yeah, let's do this. Pretty excited. I don't get the chance to do this type of fishing very often. So here's what I'm working with. I got a 3-weight travel rod. It's a little small for the size fish that are in here. If we get a 16-incher, I'm probably gonna be in trouble, and we might have to go downstream with them. So I got a caddis on. That was one of the flies on the fishing report they said was working really well. And about 2 feet behind that, I have some line tied off of my hook, and I have a pheasant tail nymph. This beadhead pheasant tail nymph is a good universal fly. I found that they'll hit it almost anywhere. They'll hit it in Iowa, they'll hit it in the Driftles region, they'll hit it in the Rocky Mountains, they'll hit it on the East Coast, whatever. Trout will hit this fly, so even though it wasn't in the fishing report, I know that I can probably catch a few on it. So one of the things I'm going to do with my fly here is I'm going to put some floatant on it. This is just a little gel you can buy in the fly shop, and it helps this caddis so it doesn't get pushed underwater by all these rapids. Oops, I went way too much. And what I'll do, I got way too much here, but what I'll do is I'll just kind of goop it on the fly, and then I'll put a little bit on the line up above it. That'll help it float. So basically what we're doing a top water fly here, and then we have this fly behind is going to sink. So we're fishing top and bottom of the water column. And we'll find out pretty fast what they're biting on, if they're biting. So I'm using that caddis as my bobber. If that caddis sinks, I have to assume that I have a fish and I pull it out. I set the hook. So one of the nice things when you're walking upstream is these fish are facing upstream, and there's a lot of noise, a lot of turbulence. They can't really see you if you're coming up behind them, so you can get pretty close to some of these pools. That's really helpful if you're an inexperienced caster. It means you can get pretty close to the fish and they'll still bite, because they have no idea when you come up behind them like this. Oh, there's a fish. I see a fish. I see a fish. Yep, I saw a fish rise for that. He at least looked at it. He's right in front of me, but he doesn't see me because he's facing upstream. So we might not have the right presentation, because if we did, he would have smacked that. He came right up to it and turned around. Ooh, this is heavy water right here. I don't want to go down. Drop my keys or something. Ooh, this is heavy water. This is heavy. Wanted to get out to this little spot in the middle. I think this is about as far as I'm gonna go. There's one, yeah. There we go, that's a good one. Good fish. Good fish, and oh, no, he's not as big as I thought actually, but he's in the current. And I'm in real heavy water here. This is nuts. Here, slide him through that rock. Yeah, there we go. Looks like a brown. Sweet, folks, we are not gonna get skunked. I thought I might. It's a good one too. Nice little Big Thompson brown trout. It looks like he took that top water fly. Look at that fish, huh? Stuck with it. I've been at it for about an hour. He's gone. Been at it for about an hour, and finally, wow. Sweet. Felt like freight train at the start when on this light rod. Well, I had to come through some heavy water to get here, as I just mentioned. So I do not want to go down. I don't want to lose my keys, which are in my pocket. So I need to be very careful. There's a really nice spot at my 12 o'clock straight ahead to the right of that big boulder. I got a fish. I got a fish on the nymph. I kind of half-heartedly threw it down there. Oh, I lost him. Okay, things are starting to happen now. Hopefully you guys saw that one. It looked like a little brown. I was just kind of doing some false casts to try and get my leader line past the front guide, and that fish took. So he ate the back fly. Gotta be several hungry fish down there, for sure. There's one. Ooh. Had one swipe at it. Got him. Another one. How am I gonna get him up? Oh no. Going out in the deep water. I don't know how to get him up, folks. Feels pretty good. Oh yeah, he's decent. Okay. Okay. How am I gonna get him? How in the world are we gonna do this? Oh, I lost him. I broke off. Shoot. Yep. Couldn't get him over the waterfall. I broke off my whole rig. What should I have done differently there? I'm not sure. I had a couple swipes though on the previous couple casts and finally hooked up. That was about a 10 to 12, probably 12-inch brown trout. Hey everybody, welcome. It's the next morning after I just broke off that fish that I was trying to flip over that waterfall. So after I broke that fish off, my battery died. And then I had 2 or 3 lightning strikes like right next to me. So I decided to quit while I was ahead. I went home, slept, got back up, and now I'm back at it. It's about 6 a.m. I've got the same 2 flies on that were working last night. And we're just gonna go through here and try and catch a few more trout. So thanks for watching. We'll see if we can catch a few more. So I had a lot of luck yesterday, right at the end of the night, at the end of the evening, just bouncing this PMD. I let it drift. And when it's at the end of its drift, I just drag it back and let it bounce along the surface. And that looks a lot like what these fish are used to seeing when flies are trying to land on the river. They'll kind of bounce up and down. A nice little pocket right over there. Let's see if I can hit it. Right there. Pretty close to it. But you know there's one sitting there. There's one. Got him. Oh, yep, I got him. I got him. Oh, I lost him. Man, what an awkward spot. I keep catching these fish in such awkward spots I can't get to them. I was gonna try and stumble down there. There's one. Oh. One came for that top water when I was bouncing it, just like I just said. Hopefully I got that on camera. That was pretty cool. I'm just hovering it right above the water. It wasn't even touching the water when he ate it. Maybe we can get him to go. Oh, he went again. Well, I think we're gonna get this guy. Oh, he went again. He's hitting it when it's above the water. It's not actually touching the water. So now what I'm doing is I'm casting someplace else. I'm giving that fish a minute or 2 to rest. He's seen this presentation over and over and over again, so I don't want to beat him to death with it. And I'm just going to try in here again, behind this little boulder right in front of me for a while. And then I'll go back over there and give him another look before I move on, just to make sure he doesn't want to come back for it. Oh, there, I got him. Finally. Nice. Cast it in there a lot. Let's see if we can land one, huh? See what fly he bit on. Yep, he's on the top water. He's dogging me in the current now. Rainbow, I think. Yep, we got a rainbow. All right, see if we can get him out of this current. Come on, bud. Got a really light tippet on. Trying not to break him. He's wrapped in that back fly. Yep, he's wrapped up. Nice, we got a rainbow to go with our brown that we caught yesterday. Oh, I want to see you. I want to see you. I want to see you. Okay. I had to grab him. He came off. Look at that. There is a nice Big Thompson rainbow for you right there. Probably a 12-incher. Really nice looking fish. Oh, and it's gone. All right, so we missed that one right up there. And we got this one already, so we found the rig that works. All right, I see some big boulders down here. Big boulders usually mean good things. All right, a lot slower water down here, but I think I'm gonna come at this from the other direction. This is a good little section here. I was thinking about being in a place you haven't fished in a long time or you don't really know what's going on. It's a huge confidence booster to get those first couple bites like we did last night. And then once you find the fly, you know, we cycled through about 5 or 6 flies, and once you find the fly that they're biting on, that's at least half the battle right there. Oh, there's one. Got one. Oh, man. They're hitting pretty good this morning, it seems. There's one. Oh, did you see that? Okay, I got to back off this spot. There's several fish right in front of me that are pretty active. Did you see that take? I hope you did. I hope you did. See a good spot. There's one. Yep. See that? Right around all these little boulders, or big boulders I should say, there are plenty of trout hanging around. Small brown. See if I can get him down there and actually land one. Nice looking fish. Every place that looks like it should hold a fish, it's holding a fish. Look at that fish, man. Look at the colors on that thing. That is amazing. That is amazing. Needless to say, that's what we came for. Wow, that's a good looking fish. And there he's got that PMD right in his face. All right, see ya, bud. Actually got a proper release on camera. This is fun. My fly's getting a little beat up, and this is the last one I have like this, so I'm trying to give it CPR. Little PMD. Getting lots of strikes on that guy. You know where I want to go is on the other side of that rock where it wraps around. So that's one of the things about fly fishing that I really enjoy, is it's kind of like a strategy. You kind of look at the stream, pick it apart, and kind of think about how you're going to approach the hole, which direction. So I'm going to come upstream or downstream a little bit here and then get past this hole. Hopefully they don't see me. And then I'm going to get around behind them. So now I got a better angle from here. Hop down here. So now I can cast, and there's going to be a fish sitting right there on that spot. Probably a bunch of fish, but based on what I'm seeing, they're probably going to hit this if I can get a good drift. I'm going to get down lower. Always check behind you when you're fly casting, because that unexpected tree will ruin your time every time. Oh, that's a good spot. There he was. Told you he was gonna be there. Man, this is fun. This one feels decent. Let's see what we got here. Come on, dude. Oh, he's not that big. 3-weight rod, they all feel big. That's one of the fun things about a rod like this. Look at the bow in that rod for just such a small fish. This is perfect for this size. We got him snagged. He did rise for it. So the hook must have slipped out. It's a rainbow. He came up and rose at it, and I must have missed him. Set the hook and snagged him. That's kind of weird. But we'll get a look at him nonetheless. Catching a nice mix of rainbows and browns. Look at that guy. Beautiful fish. Okay, there we go. What a fish. Yeah. I mean, I've only been here about 30, 45 minutes. I think we've probably gotten like at least 10 rises and probably like, I don't know, 4 or 5 hookups. But I'm kind of figuring this out now, you know, where I can find the fish. And it's, you know, they're bitey right now. It's pretty awesome. Okay, our next good spot right down here. I think there's gonna be one right here in this tight little pocket. What are we gonna do when we hook him? I don't know, but got him. Oh man, standing on the road and we got a hook up here. What am I gonna do with this? Okay, coming down, dude. Coming down, stay hooked. Standing on the road, on the shoulder. I had to watch my back cast so I didn't hook the fish, the cards that were coming past. All right, there he is. This one is a brown. The only problem is I might have disturbed the pool. Look at that fish, folks. Isn't that amazing? Nice looking fish in here. Oh, there he went. Sorry, I didn't get a... I guess you got to look at him before, so... My fly is kind of hanging by a thread, literally hanging by a thread. I see a no trespassing, no fishing sign, so I better turn around. I also see a smile you're on camera sign. That's always fun. So I believe I am approaching a private residence. So I'm gonna turn around. I don't feel like getting harassed. Oh my gosh. I got a guy fishing right in behind me.